Hello there! In this video I want to introduce to you my 1987 Koga Miyata Terra Runner. With a 114 cm wheelbase, this bike is really a tractor. The long wheelbase gives it a very comfortable ride feeling, but at the same time the bike is very agile because it's very light and has fast rolling tires. Every time I get on this bike, I am surprised about how fast I can accelerate, even though this bike looks like a tank. So let's do a little bike check. The highlight for me on this bike are the Suntour thumb shifters. These are the Suntour power thumb shifters with the ratcheting mechanism. I had to get used to shifting with them first, but now it's very intuitive. The Koga emblem was lost originally, so I got a new one after a little search and glued it on there. Another highlight for me are the Araya RM25 rims. They are very wide, and for their era of the mid-80s they offer a very stable construction, and at the same time they are not too heavy. And I think they just look great. I have a lot of M730 XT parts on the bike, except for the U-brake. There I opted for some Diacomp U-brake to have more tire clearance. I'm very happy with it. This bike offers a lot of tire clearance. I could run even wider tires than these, which have roughly 54 millimeters. If you know U-brakes, they mostly limit tire clearance a lot, so on this bike this is a real exception. There's a 6-speed cassette on here and an M730 rear derailleur. Shifts nicely and always makes a nice metallic sound when shifting. M730 pedals, the first XT pedals. And some more details of the frame. I like the decals, especially these ones here. Triple-butted chromoly frame. And something very special, a lifetime guarantee, but only for the original owner or the first buyer, as far as I know. So not for me, unfortunately. I added some newer brake levers to the bike because I don't like the original 4-finger brakes I had on here. These 4-finger brake levers are very clumsy in my opinion. The headset is a Hata and I had to retighten it once, but now it's fine. The fork also is this Koga Miyata special Hardlite FM1 tubing. A bit of rust down there, but I think it's fine. I have another stainless steel tubeless rear rack here. This is the tubeless Cosmo. I really like this part here. This prevents your bags from slipping off. Kickstand, of course, for me. And the lovely M730 crankset. Some new crank bolts. And these nice white pedals again. The saddle is a Brooks B17 Imperial, so the carved version. And this is so comfortable. I think I could make the tension a bit higher, but it's fine for now and it's so comfortable. On this day, it was a beautiful summer day and I was on vacation. So I also went to the Isar and took a nice bath. First I had to do some groceries in the city, so I was all heated up and ready for the water. But let's also look at some riding footage in between my little baths I took. As mentioned before, I have here these Araya RM25 rims, which are very wide, and on them the Continental Race King in 2.2 inches width and with the black chili compound, so the made in Germany version of these tires. There are actually two versions, and these tires are so fast. It's incredible. They don't feel like mountain bike tires. I can go so fast on them on the road. I think they are the fastest of all my tires I'm riding, except for road bike tires. So it's so much fun. I hope there won't be a puncture soon. The only thing I'm not so happy about is the fact that the one in the front is not completely even. I went into the river again. Before moving to Munich, I would have never expected that the river is one of the most enjoyable things about the city. The water is so clear, and if you don't go in there too far, it's also not dangerous, I would say. So it's just so nice for cooling down during hot summer days. The Dutch invented rafting. I hadn't even brought a towel, so I stretched out on this tree trunk for some time. While lying down there, I thought that one could probably travel the world on this bike. Here's some footage again, going fast with the Race King. And now to some history about this bike. Here is its predecessor, the top model of 1987 for Koga Miyata. I bought it in April of this year, but unfortunately it was just a bit too small for me. So in the end I decided too small is too small, so I looked for an alternative and quickly found the TerraRunner I've just shown you. And then I decided to convert some parts of it to the TerraRunner, also add some other parts to the TerraRunner, and then just be happy. So I was very lucky that I found this TerraRunner for 80 euros in the state you can see here on Kleinanzeigen quickly after buying the Ridge Runner. Apparently these frames are very rare. Next to finding a bike in the right size for me, the biggest difference between the two bikes, in my opinion, is that the TerraRunner clears much wider tires in the rear. So with the Ridge Runner, with 2-inch wide tires, that was it in the rear because of the chainstays, and that's not wide enough for me. So I'm very happy that the TerraRunner clears wider tires. Here I tried out some upright handlebars with some back sweep, but I didn't like the looks of it. But oh my, was that a comfortable ride feeling, even though I had smaller tires here still. And then at some point I installed these wider rims and tires. These RM25 are such a nice rims. I would love to get some velocity rims, but in Germany they're so expensive, can't imagine getting them anytime soon. But these here look very similar. Probably the rim experts among you will tell me that the velocity rims are much more stable and modern, but I don't know. These RM25 are awesome. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this little bike check, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and bye bye!